All right. Okay, Brian, I think you can roll.
They are releasing self-driving data.
Okie we'll get you going here.
Free promise that hasn't really been made good.
Belay, Charlie Air Conditioning and Heating, and John A. Logan College. These businesses also support the Carterville Lions, SIU Credit Union, Infinity Realty, Rob Get Barbecue, Firemasters, Childers Orthodontics, and Banterra Bank. It's time for the Carterville Lions on NewsRadio WJPF. Here's Scott Hudson and the voice of the Carterville Lions, Dave McKenzie.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Carbondale High School on a Saturday evening for Carterville Lions basketball. I'm Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson alongside. We're so glad to have you with us here this evening. Carterville coming off an impressive come-from-behind conference road win at Nashville on Friday night. And just an outstanding ball game and an effort by this Lions team.
Probably the best half of basketball Carterville's played all year, considering the opponent. I'm talking about the second half. First half, not that pretty as Carterville trailed by 9.5. But second half, Carterville was better than Nashville in all phases of the game. Defensively, offensively, rebounding, shooting free throws. It was a great performance by Carterville in that second half.
43-35 was the final score, and like Scott hit on, Lions were down 19-10 at the half. That first half, it was something that we hadn't really seen a whole lot from this team in the previous games, in that there was a lot of bad shots that were taken. And the shots that they did take didn't fall.
No, and they did take some bad shots. They looked really tight early in that game. And at one point, Shane Hawkins had to take his son Caden out of the game because he wasn't happy with him, and that never happened. So whatever Coach Hawkins told them at halftime, he might want to, remember that, because they came out and just dominated that second half against Nashville, who won state last year. This isn't the same team, but they're still Nashville, and they're still pretty darn good. And Carterville got a big road win last night to go to 3-0 in conference play.
Yes, they did, and non-conference game here tonight, Scott, against a team. When you look at their lineup, this is a big Carbondale team.
Yeah, they're very big. They remind me of O'Fallon that Carterville played last Saturday night in the Edwardsville shootout. Now, this Carbondale team isn't as good as O'Fallon. By the way, last night O'Fallon knocked off Collinsville, so that gives you an idea of how good O'Fallon is. And Carterville only lost them by 6. Talking to Brent Jackson, the play-by-play voice of the Carbondale Terriers earlier, he told me, he said, we're averaging around 18 to 22 turnovers a game. He said we're very undisciplined. It's mainly they are very, very talented, but they make a lot of mistakes. So I think if Carterville can just play their game and don't get caught up in a track meet, I think Carterville wins this game.
The Carbondale Terriers enter tonight's game 5-4 on the season. They're 2-1 though in conference play. Carterville 6-2 overall, 3-0 in the River to River Mississippi Division conference play. Both teams are out on the floor going through their pregame workouts, and this is our Polar Whip pregame show. When we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of your Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins. He's next here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union checking accounts just got better. Not only can you earn interest with free checking accounts with e-statements on balances over $1,000, but now earn SIUC rewards with your debit card. With this brand new free program, you'll earn points on everyday debit card purchases to exchange for cash back, discounts at local retailers, gift cards, and more. Open with just $25 and no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Plus, access over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide. Apply at SIUCU.org today. Membership required, insured by NCUA. Is it morning yet? Deal. How about now? Or now? Because morning time is McDonald's breakfast time. And that's the best time of all the times. Start your morning at McDonald's and enjoy a delicious sausage biscuit and crispy hash browns for just $2.50. And pair it with an any-size soft drink, like an icy cold Coca-Cola for just $1.29. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the experience that comes from 40 years in the business. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville is your York dealer. Charlie's wants to keep you comfortable no matter what the weather's like, as well as help you save money on your energy bill. There's a reason Charlie's has a reputation for excellence and integrity. Learn more about installing a new York system at charliesairandheat.com or call 618-985-2502 for a free estimate. With York, install confidence.
Welcome back to our Polar Whip pregame show here with the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. It's time to talk to the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins.
Coach Shane Hawkins joins us on our pregame show. Coach, going back and watching a little bit of video last night, that was a big win for the Lions.
It was a good basketball game. I mean, it was tight. We're down 19-10 at half, and obviously we were a little bit less than stellar offensively in the first half. But it was a battle. It was a good physical. You had two teams competing. That's what a high school basketball game should be. And obviously we picked the tempo up a little bit there in the second half and was able to get some easy baskets. And then once we saw the ball go in the hole, we were able to make a couple jumpers. And I couldn't be more proud of their effort that they had. And their effort was really good in the first half. The execution offensively was bad, but it wasn't because of effort. And we tell our guys all the time, if you have the effort, we'll fix the rest of it. The rest of it will come. You'll make shots. I use the term, the basketball gods will reward you. I mean, if you play that hard and you're doing all those things to put yourself in a position to win, the basketball gods they'll shine down on you and put a little bit more confidence once we made some shots in the third quarter, and that we did a really good job of closing it out last night.
Well, and I know coming out of halftime, it's 19-10, and that brilliant radio play-by-play guy said on the radio, if this team could hit a shot, they can get on a roll quick. And I found that to be very insightful, and it came to fruition because you got the two layups from Biddle, then you got the big three from Caden right behind that, and that just set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we just, those two had struggled shooting it the last 2 weeks and last 3 or 4 games, whatever it is, and sometimes you just got to find an easy one. And I think the easy part is your mindset is when you're struggling is to try to make things better right away. And
hey, Brian, go to a break after him.
And a little bit, but I thought when Peyton was able to go get a couple steals and or loose balls and get a couple layups, and now it's 19-14. Now you can see it. Now we've got a game again. I thought we played a little bit more relaxed. We were able to hit that one. Maddox come in and hit one. I think Peyton hit one, or Lusty hit one. But it was like when we finally saw the ball go in the hole, it was kind of like a sigh of relief. And I thought we played a little bit more freer and easier after that happened.
The difference between what you saw last night in the Nashville Hornets to what you're going to see tonight in the Carbondale Terriers, this is a big team.
Yeah, they're about 180 degrees from each other. Last night was real technical in what they do, and say necessarily methodical, but they're going to run their stuff and they're going to get to their spots, and they're going to do what they do. And tonight's going to be more open floor, up tempo, fast pace. We got to make them slow down's the right term, but we got to make them. They want to play in chaos. They want balls to get tipped and beat you to the ball, and long rebounds and tip rebounds and go beat you to it. And once we got that up last night, if they turned it over and then really struggled. I think they scored 16 points in the second half, and but they really struggled just completing passes and dribbling it. And that's not the pace tonight or the case tonight. Now we need to slow them down a little bit. If we can make Carbondale play in the half court offensively, they're not near as good. Where last night Nashville's kind of grind you in the half court offensively. Tonight it's the opposite. And, so a tale of two different ways to play the game in the same weekend, and hopefully we can adjust a little bit. And we've always said this team's better. Our team is better when we're up and down, when we play in pace, and we haven't been able to do that the last couple of nights, and we weren't kind of struggled in making the right decisions or got tough shots, and so maybe tonight's the night where we can kind of gain our confidence off, get it back offensively.
We'll find out. We'll talk in the postgame.
All right, thank you.
People's National Bank has 2 great CD specials for you. For you,
Brian,
a
go on and
locally
keep it
owned
for the
realty. So money stays to help the community. Realtors know the local market and have the latest technology. Then you'll want Infinity Realty, serving all of the.
Welcome back to Carbondale High School on a Saturday evening. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson alongside here. Scotty's had his pregame pizza.
Darn right.
You are powered up.
I'm ready to rock and roll. And Dave, real quick, two things that come to mind in this game. I think Carterville, having played O'Fallon last week, has prepared them to play a team like Carbondale. They kind of know what to expect now from a team that likes to push the ball up the floor. Also, I'm interested in seeing how Carterville comes out to start this game. A very emotional win last night, a conference win. Can you still play with that emotion or enthusiasm here tonight?
Coach Shane Hawkins is going to go with his normal starters. He's going to go with Peyton Biddle, Blake Berkey, Caden Hawkins, Adam Vandersville, who played a fantastic ball game last night. Even picked up a couple of free throws, but hard work by him. And then Cade Lustenberger, how fantastic was he last night, finally in that second half, kind of setting the tone, hit that big three right there at the end of the third quarter. Just an outstanding ball game by those boys.
Yeah, no question. And the thing about this Carterville team, and we've said this several times this year, they're not afraid to shoot the ball. If they're having a off night, you got to keep shooting because you know at some point that's going to turn around.
You heard Coach Shane Hawkins say in the pregame show that finally when they got those back-to-back buckets from Peyton and then Caden hit that three, you could kind of see the relief on that team. It was a physical. When Caden Hawkins hit that three at the top of the key, he turned around and just let out the biggest breath of air because finally the shot was falling.
He had struggled the last couple of games with his shot, and we know what kind of shooter he is. But, yeah, it's all about confidence. It's all about, sports is as much mental as it is physical. And for Carterville recently shooting the ball, it's all been in the head.
The Carbondale Terriers starters are being announced for Coach Lee Nalen. It's going to go be the 6'5 junior Jaden Patterson. Patterson averages 8.7 points per game. 6'2 junior DeCarl Payne wears number 3. DeCarl averaging 17.2 points a ball game. Jeremiah Tate, he is the 6'1 senior, wears number 4. Levi Teague, the 6'4 junior. And let's see, I've got that wrong. Landon Love is getting to start, the 6'1 junior, and then Mike Green, the 6'2 sophomore. So for Coach Lee Nalen, it'll be Patterson, Payne, Tate, Love, and Mike Green.
They look impressive, I'll say that. They look like a small college basketball team, but so did O'Fallon. But they have really struggled this year, again, with turnovers and playing undisciplined style of basketball. And I think if Carterville can play that disciplined style that they've played all year, they should be okay. Here's another key. Don't give a team like Carbondale extra opportunities with turnovers, because if they're behind and they get extra opportunities, they get back in the game, momentum is a big thing.
Hey, we appreciate you tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. And, yes, you can go and catch the live stream. Just go to YouTube, search Dave McKenzie. It should pull up, or you can search specifically Carterville Lions at the Carbondale Terriers. Both teams are ready. They're a nice crowd here at Carbondale for this Saturday evening match. Usually when we're over here, it's icing outside.
It is. It is cold, but there's no ice.
Well, hang on to your hats to the end of the week as the ball is tipped out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Carbondale Terriers to start things off. Triggering from the inbound just below us will be DeCarl Payne. He wears number 3, throws it in to Jeremiah Tate. Tate up top. They work it around to Teague over on the far side. Teague did actually get the start here this evening. Long 3 from the left corner is buried to start things off from DeCarl Payne.
Well, that's a good start for Carbondale.
He comes in averaging 17 points a game. Lions have it. Peyton Biddle across the top of the key to Vandersville, now to Berkey. He gets bumped off on the defense by Payne. They get Vandersville trapped, but an open 3 from Hawkins is good from the top of the key. We are tied 3-3.
Well, he was hot in the second half, and he started off hot here tonight.
Terriers basketball. Up top with it, it is Jeremiah Tate now getting his first touch. Mike Green way up high on the logo. Bounce pass, and Vandersville on him defensively. Now back to Tate. Tate wears number 4, left-hand dribble across the top of the key to the left wing. He's going to launch the 3, too strong, and the rebound's controlled, though, by Jaden Patterson. Carbondale's another opportunity here. They're big. They're going to hit the board strong. Teague's going to put the 3 up and hits the 3 for the Carbondale Terriers.
Now they got an offensive rebound, reset the offense, and got the big 3.
Carterville's basketball. We've had 3 trays to start play here, and we're just a minute and a half in. Down low to Lustenberger in the paint. Kicks it to Vanderzil, bobbles it, finds Hawkins. He's going to launch the 3. A little too strong, and the Terriers get the rebound. Here they come the other way. Taking it to the hole, off the rim. No, it won't fall, and Lusty gets the rebound for Carterville. 6-3 is our score. 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Non-conference play here at the home of the Terriers. Peyton Biddle kicks it to Berkey. Lots of 3s being fired up. That was a break by Berkey, and the rebound controlled by the Terriers. In the front court to Carl Payne. Berkey on him defensively. Right-hand dribble to the right hash, reverses, takes it top of the key, drives down the lane. Little Euro step layup is good for DeCarl Payne. He's got 5 points here early on. It's 8-3 Carbondale.
Yeah, once he got to the free throw line, nobody for Carterville came over and got in front of him.
Vanderzil to Biddle. Biddle drives the baseline, kicks it to the corner. Hawkins is going to pop, no good. Berkey gets the board, though, for the Lions. Vanderzil finds an opening to the lane. Layup is short. He gets fouled. And Adam Vanderzil is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
I like Vanderzil getting a little aggressive when he's got the ball in the paint. You know, he does a lot of good things that don't show up on the stat sheet. But I'd like to see him get maybe a little bit more involved offensively.
Jaden Patterson picks up his first foul. That's the first foul in the game, and Adam Vanderzil's on the board. His free throw is good. Adam wound up with 2 points last night, but a good hard-fought effort against those Nashville Hornets. Second free throw is good from Adam as well. 8-5, Carbondale has the 3-point lead and the basketball in the front court. Terriers control over on the left wing. Payne now from the corner. Teague's 3.
Jeez.
Wow, what a shot. He's got 2 trays, 6 in the game for Levi Teague, and 11-5. There must have been a meeting between these two teams. We're just going to launch 3s all night.
I guess.
Long-range shots. Lusty throws it away out of bounds, and the first turnover of the game belongs to the Lions.
And Hawkins not happy, wants a timeout.
With 4:51 showing on the first quarter clock, man, 11-5 Terriers have the lead. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, quick, tell me the greatest thing about
just a 30.
The low prices.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Proud supporters of Lions sports, IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 11-5 is our score here early, 4:44 on the clock, and Terriers have the 11-5 lead and the basketball. Up top with it is Tate. And now to Teague, who's got 2 threes in the game. Dribbles around. Now over to the right wing. They hand it off to Tate. Tate now jab steps inside the arc to Green. And they find a cutting. Levi Teague, 8 now for Teague, and it's 13-5 Carbondale.
Now everything Carbondale's doing right now is turning to gold.
Levi Teague, a 6'4 junior. Man, he's having a heck of a start to this game. Into the paint and getting to the Lustenberger to the left wing to Hawkins. Back to Lustenberger. His 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Blake Berkey. They have him in the corner. He needs some help. Finds Lustenberger. He drives, dishes toward the wing. That's Vanderzil. And now top of the circle, it goes to Hawkins. Little 12-foot jumper from Hawk. Too strong. Lustenberger the rebound. Carterville another opportunity. Berkey long range 3, good.
Well, Berkey ended Carterville's streak of 6 consecutive missed shots in this first quarter.
13-8, 3:30 remaining here in the opening quarter. Terriers ball. It's Jeremiah Tate. He's up on top of the logo. Carterville kind of setting back a little bit. Zone defense 1-2-2 right now. So they want to try to cut down that outside shooting from Teague and from DeCarl Payne. Terriers patient around the perimeter. 3 minutes remaining. They bring it to the right hash. That's DeCarl Payne. He dribbles back. They're wanting to force Carterville to come out and press. And they do. Biddle comes up. Hawkins comes up, puts pressure on the point. With it is DeCarl Payne. Hawkins on him. Trying to get the screen. Payne works around the screen. Long range three off the mark. No good. And Blake Berkey, the board for the Lions. Quickly into the front court. Peyton Biddle to Cade Lustenberger. Now to Hawkins. Hawkins drives into the paint, puts it up and good. Off the glass. Hawk has 5. And it is 13-10.
A nice under and up move by Hawkins to pull Carterville to within 3.
Jeremiah Tate off the right wing. Carterville is matched up man-to-man now defensively. They dropped out of that zone. Teague to the cutter. That's Tate. Ball goes out of bounds. And that is the first turnover on the Carbondale Terriers.
Well, what Coach Hawkins is hoping for is that in the half court, which Carbondale's not really comfortable playing, that they will get frustrated and they will take bad shots. They will make those turnovers. And so far, that's what's happened the last 2 possessions for the Terriers.
Carterville's ball. Hawk. Cross midcourt to Lusty. Jumper from 15 is good from Caden Hawkins. He's heating up now. He's got 7. He's got back-to-back buckets, and the Lions have trimmed the lead to 1. 13-12 our score. Into the game is Ian Davis for the Terriers. He dumps it down low on the block to Patterson. His jumper is good for the Terriers, his first field goal, and it's 15-12 Carbondale.
And Barrington in the game for Biddle right now.
Lusty to Vanderzil, now to Barrington. Barrington finds a lane, puts it up off the glass, can't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Mike Green of the Terriers. Quickly the other way to Carl Payne, and a charging foul is called on number 3 to Carl Payne. That's going to be the first on Payne, second team foul on the Terriers.
Those are the type of little plays you have to make in a game like this to be successful. You know you're going to get hit. You know it's not going to feel good, but you're going to do it anyway.
Do what you got to do. 15-12 with 60 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Lions ball, Vanderzil. Has Berkey on the wing, drives in. 12-footer from Blake Berkey is good. He's in the book, or excuse me, he's got 5 rather. And it's a 1-point lead, 15-14. 40 seconds remaining. Up top, DeCarl Payne dribbles around. Berkey on him. Finally dishes to Green. Green. And timeout is called by Coach Lee Nalen here with 35 seconds remaining. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 15-14 is our score. Carbondale leads your Lions here on News Radio WJPF.
Dr. Children.
Pretty good ball game to start off here in the first quarter, 15-14 with 35 seconds left.
Well, Carbondale shot outstanding here in this first quarter. They've got 3 threes. Carterville, though, has hit 4 of their last 5 shots from the field to get back in it.
It's going to belong to the Terriers with 35 seconds remaining. And the inbounds to Carl Payne. He brings it to the right wing, dishes up top to Patterson. Patterson with Berkey on him defensively. Now to Payne. Drives, puts it up, and good. What a move from DeCarl Payne. 7 in the game for the 6'2 junior.
That's a tough shot.
Yes, it is. 11-10. Carterville's going to hold for the final shot. Of course, it's Hawkins. Drives, dishes to Lustenberger. Thought about shooting. Now he finds Hawkins. He takes it to the paint, kicks it up top. Long three at the buzzer, off the mark. And that ends the first quarter. The Carbondale Terriers lead your Carterville Lions 17-14 here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of
17-14 as we start play here in the second quarter.
Carbondale 70% from the field with those 3 threes. Carterville 41% from the field, and considering that Carbondale shot red hot in that first half, Carterville's fortunate to be down by only 3.
Lions have the ball to start play here in the second. Lustenberger got a little confusion up top, but Lions control over to the corner to Berkey, now to Lusty. On the right wing, nice reverse dribble behind the back, but that ball is slapped out of bounds, and a foul is called on Jaden Patterson. Coach Nalen says, what the heck? That looked like it was all ball, and you know what? I think I got to agree with him.
Yeah, I thought it was all ball as well. But Carterville very good at the free throw line last night, especially in the second half.
Lustenberger's at the stripe shooting 2, hits the first one.
Carterville hit 7 in a row last night at Nashville to secure that win.
Second from Lusty, rims out, and the rebound controlled by the Terriers. Levi Teague has it at the logo. Up top, he controls the offense right now to the right wing. Up top to Green. Now they try to feed the paint, and Lustenberger picks up a foul as he got into the back of Jaden Patterson. That's going to be the first on Lustenberger, and truthfully, that's the first team foul on the Lions.
Yeah, it's been a clean game so far, really, for both teams.
Ball's going to belong to the Terriers on the far side. It'll be Landon Love to trigger. Landon, the 6'1 junior.
Instant offense in the game for Carterville.
Maddox Crane checks in. On the floor, Lustenberger, Crane, Biddle, Hawkins, and Berkey. Over to the corner, open 3 from Love as off the mark, and the long rebound is controlled by the Terriers, but a nice job. Peyton Biddle slaps it out of the hand. The other way, Biddle with the layup, and good for Carterville.
Nice job by Biddle to knock that ball away and then take off down the floor and get the easy layup to tie the game.
We are tied 17-17, 6:55 remaining here in the first half. They feed the paint. That is Crane Walker. Long 3, though, from Teague is no good, and Lustenberger gets the rebound. Things have kind of settled down a little bit for the Lions now. Peyton Biddle's 3. Off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of Carbondale. Trying to save it was Ian Davis, and it's going to stay with the boys in blue. That's your Carterville Lions.
Biddle had a quiet first half last night for Carterville. We got those 2 easy buckets in the second half early to help Carterville go on that big run.
Yeah, you say quiet. He was scoreless.
Now that's a sleep.
Very, very, very quiet last night in the first half. 3 from Hawkins, good from the left corner.
And Carterville has their first lead of the game.
And Caden Hawkins with 2 threes. He's in double digits here at the 6:20 mark. Carterville's up 20-17. Terriers ball, though. They stay around the perimeter. They're not really trying to bang it down in the paint too far. An open three from the corner. Air ball. Rebound. Mike Green throws it up top. Payne drives, runs over Biddle, finds a man to dish to. And that is Landon Love. Now it is Crane Walker to the right wing. That's Tate that takes control. Jeremiah dribbles up. They're going to bring it up top, reset. 5:45 on the clock. Carterville fans rallying on their defense. Over to the left corner. Now left wing. Up top to the right side of the circle. Carterville settled back into that zone. Long three buried way outside from DeCarl Payne. His second three of the game. He's got 10, and we're tied at 20.
Yeah, Carbondale was 0 for 3 from the field until that three.
Wow, that was a long-range shot. Biddle drives it, kicks it to the right corner. There's Maddox Crane, his three. Off the mark. Oh, big board by Berkey to Biddle. They find Hawkins down low. Nobody around him. Caden banks it off the board. He's got a dozen, and Carterville's up 2.
All because Berkey went after the offensive board very aggressively.
Terriers control to Carl Payne, to Jeremiah Tate, to Payne. He's standing about a foot off the midcourt line. Now they bring it near side to Love, down to the corner to Crane Walker. Now to Tate. To the left side they go as stutter step travel is called on the drive from Landon Love.
Yeah, Carbondale has 4 turnovers. Carterville only 1. And Carterville's going to try to extend this 2-point lead.
4:36 remaining. Picking up pressure in the backcourt. Jeremiah Tate. Hawkins breaks the timeline, though. Now he drives in, got fouled, and Tate just picked up a foul on Hawkins. That's going to be team foul number 4 on the Carbondale Terriers.
Hawkins can pretty much get by any guard in Southern Illinois.
He can break you down. Of course, last night he took a hard fall. And apparently it looked a lot worse than it actually was. Maddox Crane, he gets an opening down the baseline, and he tried to pass the court to Biddle in the far corner, but it was picked off by DeCarl Payne. Now the Terriers have it in the front court. Payne has it, drives down the lane, and a foul called on Carterville's Peyton Biddle.
He thought he had a clean
pick
from behind, and the official said, no, you didn't.
Terriers trigger. Up top to Walker. Drives, and that's a turnover. Walker tried driving right down the lane, and another turnover. I've got him for 4, Scott.
I got him for 5. Either way.
You're probably right. I'll make it 5.
Okay. It looks better. Sounds better.
Hawkins from the right elbow.
Wow.
Bang. Wow. He's on fire tonight. 14 points for Little Hawk. 24-20. Carterville the 4-point lead. 3:40 here in the second quarter. Jeremiah Tate backs up, asks for his offense to make their moves, make their cuts. Little confusion by the Terriers. Now it's Teague, and the confusion causes a timeout from Coach Lee Nalen with 3:25 remaining here in the second quarter. It is going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Lions have the 4-point lead. It's 24-20 on News Radio WJPF. This Carterville Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. They have punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the experience that comes from 40 years in the business. Find out more. Go to their website. Check out charliesairandheat.com. Carterville has the 4-point lead. It's 24-20. Terriers with the ball, though, coming out of the timeout. Up top, it is Crane Walker. Malik, and a foul underneath is called on the Terriers, and that's going to be on Jeremiah Tate. Foul number 2 on Jeremiah. Foul number 5 on the Carbondale Terriers.
Illegal screen is what is being called, so Carterville has a chance to extend this 4-point lead.
Coming up, we're going to have our Firemasters halftime report.
Got high school scores report on, a couple of NFL scores.
Hawkins to the rack, dishes to the corner, now to Lustenberger. Right wing 3 is good for Cade Lustenberger.
I'll tell you what, Caden Hawkins can make plays when it looks like there's not one to be made.
I know it. And how hot has Cade Lustenberger's shooting been since the second half last night at Nashville? Terriers ball. Tate to Levi Teague. Now they get it up top to Crane Walker. Nice backdoor cut off the glass, foul on Braden Wakey, who just came into the game for the Lions.
I don't mind that foul at all, as long as you don't let him score. If you're going to foul him, make sure he doesn't score. Send him to the free throw line and make him earn it.
To Carl Payne, who averages 17 a game. He's got 10 already. He's at the stripe shooting free throws, and he's got the shooter's touch. Gets the first one to fall. 11 now for DeCarl Payne.
That's their first free throw of the game. Carterville 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
Payne, a 6'2 junior. That one rims out, and the ball out of bounds off of Braden Wakey.
Yeah, Wakey was battling there with Crane Walker, and the ball went off Wakey's leg, so Carbondale will keep the ball.
2:37 remaining. Scott mentioned coming up at the halftime some scores, NFL scores. Wow, Teague's 3, long range, he goes out of bounds, but.
And off of Wakey again.
A record-setting performance in the NFL today. He'll tell you about that.
Crazy.
Down in the paint, Crane Walker, turnaround off the board is good. His first field goal comes at the 2:24 mark. And it is a 4-point Lions lead, 27-23. Hawkins around the defender up top, pull, step back jumpers, 3. Man, he is feeling it. 16 first half points. He claps his hands as he gets on the D side of the court.
Carterville 6 of 8 from the field here in the second quarter.
2:01 remaining. Carterville's up 29-23 to Carl Payne. Has Berkey come out, slap at the ball defensively. Carterville's in the man-to-man. Nice give and go. Good defense by Berkey, but a better shot from DeCarl Payne. 13 for DeCarl, and it is 29-25 Lions.
Went up sideways, but actually got it to go in off the glass.
Biddle throws it to Hawkins in the corner. Step back, right wing jumper. Good for 3 for Caden Hawkins.
Moly.
Woo, 19 for Hawk. Comes into the game averaging 18 a game. 3 for the Terriers, off the mark, no good. Rebound, Caden Hawkins. He is on fire. Over to the right wing, Berkey. Feed down to the post. Now to Lustenberger, head fake to Hawkins as he wants to shoot it. Kicks it to the left corner, 3 from Peyton Biddle. High off the rim, and the rebound controlled. Ooh, going hard to the floor, Jaden Patterson.
He was battling Wakey down there.
Yep.
Wakey's been involved in a lot since he's been in the game.
Wakey, Braden just picked up foul number 2. Patterson's okay. He's on his feet. I had our microphone set up on the screen, on the rail, and it sounds like thunder. So I have to move that. Score 32-25. Terriers ball, though, with 38 seconds on the clock. Teague, they feed it to the post to Patterson. Patterson now to the right wing. Ian Davis dribbles to the elbow, shot up, air ball, out of bounds. And Carterville, I'm assuming, will try to hold for the final shot with 27 seconds remaining in the half.
Great second quarter so far by Carterville. Let's see if they can finish this quarter off strong.
Reminiscent of what we saw in the third last night at Nashville. Biddle on the left wing. Throws it up top to Hawk. He holds on the logo with 11, 10, 9. He'll move at 7. He does. Takes off for the lane. Puts it up with the right hand. No foul called. Rebound Terriers. They've got a shot at the buzzer. To Teague. He drives. Right hand layup is no good. And he cannot believe he missed the layup at the buzzer. And it would have counted had it fallen. 32-25. Carterville leads the Carbondale Terriers here at the half. The Fire Masters halftime report is coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
When you go mobile.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the floor of the CCHS Dance Team.
What's the numbers? Huh? So what's the numbers?
As far as scoring, he's got
Shane got 21.
Payne's got 13. How many? Who else you want? Who? He's got 19. Yeah. We're at the half here this evening, and the Carterville Lions have the 7-point lead. It is 32-25.
A great second quarter by the Carterville Lions. First quarter, they shot 41%. Second quarter, they shot 63% from the field. For the half, 52% from the field. Carbondale, which shot 70% in the first quarter, only shot 30% in the second quarter, and they shoot an even 50% from the field. Carterville 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Carbondale 1 of 2. Rebounding, Carbondale out-rebounded Carterville 8-7. They were led in rebounding by Patterson with 3. Berkey and Lustenberger both had 3 to lead Carterville. Carbondale with 6 turnovers in the first half. Carterville with only 2.
Looking at the scoring for the Carbondale Terriers, they're led by DeCarl Payne. He is their leading scorer on the season. He comes in averaging 17 a game. He had 13 first half points with 2 threes. Levi Teague, the junior, 6'4", hit 2 threes and a field goal, 8 first half points for number 5 from Carbondale. Also in the book tonight, Jordan Patterson. He has 2. Malik Crane Walker with 2. And that's the scoring for the Carbondale Terriers here in the first half. 25 first half points. Man, Caden Hawkins ate his Wheaties today, buddy.
You know, he struggled from the field until the second half last night. And I talked to him after, I guess it was the Anna Jonesboro game, and I said, look, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's an old sure. Thing from Wayne Gretzky from back many years ago. I said, don't stop shooting. You're too good of a player. And, you know, you get into one of those funks, whether it be offensively or defensively, but you just have to work your way out of it. And Hawkins has been on fire tonight. I really think he probably could have launched from three-quarters court, and it would have gone in. That's how good he was in that first half.
19 first half points for Caden Hawkins. He's got 3 threes. Blake Berkey with 5. Kate Lustenberger with 4. Adam Vanderzil with 2. And Peyton Biddle with 2. Carterville scores 32 first half points. 32-25 is our score here at the half. It's our Firemasters halftime report. We'll update scores from around Southern Illinois next on News Radio WJPF.
Rain or shine?
Welcome back to our Firemasters halftime report here on News Radio WJPF. Matt Ryan, the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, now has 2 records in the books. The biggest lead blown in a Super Bowl and in a regular season game today.
Yeah, at halftime, Indianapolis is at Minnesota leading the Vikings 33-0. And of the 3 losses the Vikings have had this year have been blowouts. They've gotten blown out every game they've lost, which has only been 3. And you figure, well, here you go again. But an unbelievable comeback to tie the game at 36 late and then win it on a field goal in overtime. So, yeah, that was big. Also, a game that's just ended a few moments ago, Cleveland beat Baltimore 13-3. So Baltimore suffers a loss.
Lamar Jackson not playing today.
No, Lamar Jackson, that's big when he's not in there. I mean, he really makes things go for that team. High school scores around the area today. Harrisburg beat DuQuoin, kind of an upset there, I think, 52-45. Egyptian beat Dongola 55-39. Petenyville beat New Berlin 52-27. Vienna beat Johnson City 84-55, and Goreville beat West Frankfort 63-37. Now, the last score I saw, and I have not been able to find a final since, fourth quarter, Benton was beating Nashville 38-28. So I'm assuming, unless there was a major turnaround, that Benton handed Nashville their second loss in a row.
The next game coming up for these Carterville Lions will be Tuesday nights on the road at cross-county rival Heron Tigers. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 7:30 here on News Radio WJPF. And that's it before Christmas. But then on December 26th, the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, the 58th annual, tips off. And the Lions are going to open up as a 4 seed. They're going to be playing 11:30 on December 26th. And they're going to be taking on NCOE, North City, Omaha. Let's see, NC, Omaha.
North City, Omaha, Infield.
Infield. I couldn't think of that one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Carterville's schedule after Tuesday night, they're going to have, 6-day break. Then after the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, they're going to have a little over a week break. Well, they better enjoy it because after that, it's going to be basketball heavy the rest of the year. So, Carterville's played a lot of games. A lot of teams, didn't play today, and those that did played in the afternoon. So Carterville's played a lot of basketball here recently. So it's going to be much needed rest for Carterville in between Tuesday night and the El Rey Holiday Tournament, and then after the holiday tournament until their next game.
That wraps up our Fire Masters halftime report. Stay with us when we come back. Second half action on the way. Lions have a 7-point lead, 32-25, here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU.
Terrier basketball fans, who's excited for the second half? Make some noise and cheer on those Terriers. Let's go, Dogs!
As we start play here in the second half, the Terriers have the basketball, 32-25 Carterville, the 7-point lead. Terriers working right to left on the radio dial. Long three from the right wing from Tate, no good. Terriers get the board though. Three from Payne is off the mark, and that's Caden Hawkins with the rebound for the Lions. 32-25 here. It was 17-14 Terriers at the end of one. Lions up 32-25. That's where we're at right now. Carterville's ball. Blake Berkey on the right wing. Now to Biddle. Drives into the arc. Dishes to Berkey on the wing. Dribbles around, across the free throw line. Dishes to Lustenberger. Left wing three is good for Cade Lustenberger. His second three of the game. He's got 7. Lions up 10.
And that's Carterville's 5th three of the game.
And we have a foul. It's going to be, I believe, on Blake Berkey. It is. The first on Blake. At the line, DeCarl Payne, who is 1 for 2, is going to be shooting 2. First one is too strong. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Full service salon on Division Street in Carterville, open Tuesday through Friday from 8 until 5, Saturday from 8 until 2. Payne's second is good. 14 now for DeCarl Payne. 3 away from his average. Hawkins breaks down the press, finds Berkey, and he can't handle it. Turnover on the Lions. That's only the 3rd turnover in the game on Carterville.
Yeah, nice bounce pass by Hawkins, but Berkey just couldn't handle it.
And driving and getting the layup the other way to Carl Payne. 16 now for Payne, and it's 35-28. Berkey had a wide open 3, drives to the corner. Now it's Hawkins up top, drives into the paint. Ball is off the hands of Jeremiah Tate of the Terriers. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Lions might have caught a break. I think that ball might have actually hit Vanderzeel before it went out of bounds.
Hawk triggers to Vanderzeel, now to Lustenberger. Lusty with a left-hand dribble, hands it to Hawkins. Open 3, right wing. Berkey's off the back of the iron, and the rebound by DeCarl Payne. Quickly the other way. Terriers have it into the paint, and a foul on Caden Hawkins before the shot. And that's going to be the first foul on Caden Hawkins. So the Terriers will trigger. Baseline left. 6:16 on the clock. They get it into Patterson. 12 or little 8-foot jumper's no good. Way short. And Cade Lustenberger gets the rebound for the Lions. Hawk to Lusty. He breaks the timeline to the right side. That's Biddle. Biddle drives in the arc, dishes up top. Hawkins 3. Can he get it to go? That's off the mark. Rebound by Payne. Terriers on the run the other way. Taking it with the left hand. Layup is good from DeCarl Payne.
And just like that, Carbondale's back in this thing.
Within 5 the other way. Peyton Biddle gets fouled. And they're going to call that on Jaden Patterson. Nope.
Kind of a late whistle. Biddle tried to draw the contact. He didn't draw much, but he kind of threw up a wild shot at the rim, and Carterville needs to take advantage of that call.
Yes, they do. Peyton hits the first free throw. He's averaging 13 a game. He's got 3 here this evening. Second is good. So now it's 37-30, back to a 7-point lead, 5:40 on the clock here in the third quarter. Carl Payne, left-hand dribble around the left wing, and a travel as he drug his foot. That's going to be first turnover here in the second half.
Yeah, for a team that averages about 18 turnovers a game, Carbondale's done a very good job tonight.
The inbound pass found Biddle on the left wing. He takes it to the block, throws it to Hawkins. Hawkins' skip pass is tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions just below us.
And Shane looks cross-court at his son and just shakes his head no. Like, don't do that, son.
Don't do that. Great first half of basketball for Caden Hawkins, 19 first half points. Yet to score here in the second. Lustenberger, nice backdoor feed. The intention was there, but good defense. Carterville turns it over the other way. Into the front court. Teague from the left wing, way off the mark. Rebound Terriers. Teague gets it back. Now they can reset up top. Payne has Biddle on him around the screen. Pulls up the dribble. Now gets it to Green. Green between the circles. Lob pass down low. Defended well by Berkey, but he picks up the foul. As the pass was down low to Jaden Patterson, Berkey got into his back. And that is going to be foul number 2 on Blake Berkey. Team foul number 3 on the Lions.
Carterville not in any kind of foul trouble right now, but boy, with those big bodies of Carbondale, that's always something you got to think about.
Teague to the right wing. That's Tate. He dribbles around, crossover dribble to the low block, spins around, throws it up top to Patterson. Patterson left-hand floater, banks that one off the board. Beautiful shot from Jaden Patterson. He's got 4, and it's 37-32, 5-point lead. Berkey the other way. His short jumper is off the mark. Ball out of bounds. Belongs to the Terriers.
Well, after the big 3 by Lustenberger, I believe, to start this second half, Carterville's 0 of 3 from the line, and Carbondale's got a chance to cut this lead to less than 5.
Carterville's only scored 5 points here in this third quarter. Terriers ball. Teague now left wing, feed into the paint to Green, kicks it to the left wing. He's just going to put up the 3 off the mark. Rebound controlled by Hawkins the other way. 2-on-2, right corner. Peyton Biddle's 3. Oh, couldn't get that one to go, but Vanderzo gets the rebound. Now it's Lustenberger's 3. That's missed as well. Ball's tipped around. Berkey gets it. He's fouled from behind. DeCarl Payne gets into Blake Berkey, and Blake is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
That's what you call 50-50 balls, and Carterville's doing a very good job of coming up with those. Carterville's kind of gone cold from the field, but they're still competing. They're still playing hard, and let's see if Berkey can hit a couple of big free throws.
Blake averaging 4 points a game, misses the first free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, IBEW, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members. Better life for all. Berkey's second. It's going to be short. And going over the back, Caden Hawkins just picked up foul number 2. 4th team foul now on the Lions. Terriers control though. Cross midcourt. Tate to Teague. Out toward the hash. He dribbles around the top. Now to the left side they go. To Carl Payne, to the right, to the corner left. Jeremiah Tate. Now to Teague up top. Back to the left wing. Carterville playing zone defense, 1-2-2, or maybe a 2-1-2 it looks like right now. To Teague, he drives inside the arc, almost traveled, no call. Right wing to Payne, long three from Payne. Lustenberger went over the back, no call. Lions control the rebound. And Hawkins hits 5-on-4 Lions, as in the backcourt, Mike Green lost a shoe, but they turn it over the other way. The layup and a foul by Cade Lustenberger, as it was to Carl Payne on the drive. Cade has 2 fouls in the game.
Carterville has more turnovers in the third quarter than they did the entire first half. And it's lazy passes on most occasions.
To Carl Payne, the 6'2 junior, misses the front end, the first free throw. He is 2 for 3 here this evening. His 4th free throw of the contest is good. 19 now in the game for DeCarl Payne, averaging 17 a game. Carterville breaks the press, gets it to Berkey on the right wing. Jumper from 12 is good from Blake Berkey. Big shot right there from Blake. We needed that.
Yeah, that stops an 0 for 5 run by Carterville here in the third quarter.
Spin move in the paint. The charge is called on Levi Teague. Tried to spin around the defender. And a great defensive stop there. I didn't see who that was that took the charge.
I didn't either.
Oh, Carterville breaks the press. Biddle into the paint. There's Berkey's for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound controlled by the Terriers. The other way, into the front court. DeCarl Payne. Up top, left wing. 3 from Tate. Way off the mark. Ball is out of bounds, and the officials look at each other and they say it belongs to the Carterville Lions.
Carbondale has taken a lot of shots in this third quarter. They've only made 3 from the field, but Carterville's only made 2. One of those are 3.
Carterville breaks the press. Biddle to the baseline to Hawkins. In stride 3. Good for Caden Hawkins. 22 in the game for Caden as he hits his 4th three-pointer. Timeout is called by the Carbondale Terriers. We're 2:18 on the clock. It is 42-33 Carterville. It'll be a 60 here on News Radio WJPF. Big shot. Big shot.
What's he got, 20? He got 22?
Yeah. Bang! What's that? He's a beast. He's a beast.
Make some noise!
42-33, Carterville Lions have the 9-point lead on the Carbondale Terriers. Coming out of the timeout, Terrier basketball over on the right wing. Tanel Green is in the game now for the Terriers, and a foul underneath. It's going to be called on Carterville. I believe that's going to be on Peyton Biddle.
They grabbed somebody going through the lane.
Second on Peyton, 16 foul now on the Lions. Next foul will put Terriers in the bonus. Carbondale has it though, up top. Great game from DeCarl Payne, 19 for Payne. He's out on the right wing, dribbles with the left hand across the screen. To the paint, kicks it out, driving in, top of the key 3 from Crane Walker is no good. And Adam Vanderzeel gets the board for Carterville. Here comes Hawkins, bumping into the defender into the front court. Lusty over on the left wing. They looked back door cut, it wasn't there. Vanderzeel takes over from there. Adam to Hawkins. Hawkins head fake into the paint, finds Lustenberger. His three from the left wing is good from Cade Lustenberger. His third three-pointer, he's got 10. Carterville's up 12.
Well, after missing 5 in a row, Carterville's hit 3 of their last 4, and 2 of those have been threes.
To Carl Payne, behind the back dribble, launches the three. Ball is saved to Teague, and Payne's going to put it up again. That one he pops from the top of the key. 22 in the game now for DeCarl Payne, his third three-pointer, 45-36 Lions.
And that breaks an 0 for 6 from the field for Carbondale, and Carterville inbounded the ball and got it knocked out of bounds, so they'll try again.
Hawkins, who has 22 in the contest, gets to Lustenberger. Now to Blake Berkey. Drives the baseline, dishes to Vanderzil. Peyton Biddle, who needs a point, can't get that one to go. Vanderzil the rebound. Now to Biddle, to Lustenberger. Wide open three, but he can't cook that one. And the rebound to the Terriers. Teague has it left wing, spin move. Got the defender away, but he dishes it. Now it is to Mike Green, and the Terriers at the free throw line to Malik Crane-Walker. Now it's going to be to Carl Payne that holds. 15 seconds as we're winding down the third quarter. Up top to Green. They get it to Payne. His three at the 6-second mark, out of bounds, off of the Terriers. And Carterville has time to beat the buzzer here. 3.8 seconds. They spread it out. They put Berkey and Biddle at midcourt. Hawkins is going to go get the ball. Lustenberger gets it to him, and a foul from behind stops the clock. And that is going to be on Tennell Green.
And that is Carbondale's, I think, 5th team foul.
Foul to give still, so length of the floor to go for the Lions. 45-36, 3.5 seconds. Outlet pass to Hawkins. Jumper at the buzzer for three. No good. It is 45-36. Carterville has the 9-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter here on News Radio WJPF.
Hi, welcome.
.36 is our score as we head to the fourth quarter at Carbondale.
Well, these shooting stats may not be suitable for young children. 30% for Carterville and only 26% for the Carbondale Terriers.
Which tells me that Carterville's going to have a hot shooting percentage.
Yeah, it's kind of been a roller coaster ride for Carterville in this game as far as shooting the ball.
When you look at the leading scorers, it's Caden Hawkins, 22 for the Lions. It's also the 22 for DeCarl Payne of the Terriers. Lions have it, though, to start play here in the fourth quarter. Into the front court is Hawkins, now to Lustenberger, to Blake Berkey. Berkey looks around, gets it to Hawkins' left wing. Once they get it to Lustenberger, they're battling in the paint, him and Mike Green. Driving to the block, dishing it to Vanderzil. Now to Lustenberger, right wing. Top of the key to Berkey, left wing it goes to Hawkins. That was a hard pass ball slapped out of bounds off of the hands of Tennell Green. It's going to stay with the Carterville Lions.
Well, now that you're in the fourth quarter and Carterville has a 9-point lead, use the clock. The clock is your friend. Keep it running and only take good shots.
Cade Lustenberger will trigger from the far side, and a push foul on the inbounds is going to be called Believe that was on Tennell Green, foul number 2. So here comes Caden Hawkins. Spin move at the logo. Almost threw it away. Lustenberger controls. Fans want to travel, not called though. Biddle to Hawkins. Hawkins resets the offense. Sends it to Lustenberger, right wing, dribbles inside the arc, and a foul. Jump ball is actually called. Possession arrow.
Goes to Carbondale. No, it's
going to stay with the Lions.
No, I think it is. Yeah, it's Carbondale. Carterville's got the ball to start the 4th.
Now they correct it. So that's a turnover on the Lions, unofficially turnover number 4.
Yep. In this half.
In this half, yes. 2 first half turnovers for the Lions. Backdoor feed to Payne and a travel call.
And he did.
Yeah.
There may have been contact, but I think he walked first.
That's only 2 turnovers on Carbondale. It's 45-36. It's been this score for a couple of minutes now. Lustenberger comes flashing in off the block, puts it up with the right hand and good. He's got a dozen. 47-36, 11-point lead for the Lions.
Lustenberger's really played well the last 3 quarters.
There's a charging foul is called on DeCarl Payne as he ran over Peyton Biddle. And the turnover gives it back to the Lions.
You're starting to see a little bit of frustration out of Carbondale, who had a poor shooting 3rd quarter, and they're starting to panic a little bit.
6.5 remaining. It's 47-36. Berkey dribbles around, lost the handle, gets it back, finds Vanderzeel now. Lustenberger into the arc. Carterville just working the perimeter. Nice spin move from Hawkins, takes it into the lane, puts it up with the right hand and good. 24 for Caden Hawkins. And the other way, it's the Terriers down 49-36. 13-point lead for the Lions. On the left wing, Tennell Green. Now top of the key, it goes to Mike Green. Green drives inside the arc, reverses. Long 3 from Crane Walker is good. He's got 5 in the contest. His first 3-pointer, 49-39, 10-point lead for the Lions. Lustenberger. Back and forth. Into the lane. Short jumper, way short. Rebound, Mike Green for the Terriers. Crane Walker brings it across the timeline for Carbondale. Now hands it off to DeCarl Payne. Ball slapped out by Berkey, but controlled by the Terriers. That's Ian Davis with it. Now to the right corner, Crane Walker to Mike Green. And now to Tennell Green. TG dribbles around with the right hand across the logo. Crossover to the left side to Payne. Payne tries to drive on Berkey. Pullback jumper's good from 15. He's got 24 in the game. The 2 leading scorers each have 24. Hawkins for the Lions. Payne for the Terriers, and a foul on Tennell Green. That's going to be number 3.
And Carterville will be going to the line from here on out.
Caden Hawkins is going to be at the stripe, shooting the front end of a 1-and-1. Caden averaging 18 a game, has 24 on the evening. And he misses his first free throw. It's an 8-point lead for the Lions, 49-41. Driving the baseline, up and under. A charge is called on DeCarl Payne, number 4. And the turnover gives it to the Lions.
Well, Dave, nobody in front of us is really happy right now.
Technical foul was called on the Carbondale bench. Lee Nalen talking with the official. A lot of disagreement on whether that was a charge. He tried to slide through the defender. And Peyton Biddle is shooting the technical, and he misses the front end of the technical.
Carterville's missed their last 4 free throws. That's not a good sign.
And Biddle misses both of them. The Carterville gets the ball. So that was a great opportunity to push this lead back to double digits, but as it stays 49-41, the 8-point lead, but Lions with the ball. 4:41 and a foul is called. They get that on 13. Yeah, they did. Tennell Green just picked up foul number 4, and now Caden Hawkins is going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 again.
And after this, Carterville will be shooting 2 every time.
Good for Caden. 25 for Little Hawk. Number 21 dribbles the ball 3 times. Free throws in the air, off the mark. And the ball out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call Blake Berkey on the foul as he went over the back of Mike Green.
Yeah, Carterville uncharacteristically right now not shooting well from the free throw line. In the second half, they're only 3 of 9. And late in the game, that's not going to get the job done.
4:41 remaining on the clock. That was the 7th team foul now. So Mike Green is going to shoot 1-and-1 for the Terriers the other way. Mike, the 6'2 sophomore, wears number 33. The left-hander's free throw is no good, and Hawkins gets the rebound for the Lions. Lustenberger takes it into the front court. Man-to-man D by the Terriers. Lusty up toward the left hash, far hash. Leaves it for Biddle, and a timeout is called by Coach Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well. 9-point lead, Lions, 50-41 with 4:26 remaining here in the game. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Richards Barber Styling, a full-service salon on Division Street in Carterville. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 8 until 5, Saturday from 8 until 2.
Dave, I think the next time out, take your headsets off and go down here and wish these people a Merry Christmas in front of us, because they're not having a really good time right now.
Apparently not. Apparently not. It's been a good ball game, though. Entertaining game.
It has been entertaining.
Great crowd, 50-41. Lions the 9-point lead. Shane Hawkins cleaning up the floor from the water that he probably spilt on the floor during the timeout.
Yeah, we'll ask him about that after the game.
Yeah, no, we won't.
Okay.
50-41. Lions control. It looks like they're going to run some clock as they spread it out. Not quite the 4 corners that you saw back in the 70s and the 80s from North Carolina. But they are going to run some time. 4 minutes exactly remaining. Backdoor cut, and a timeout, or a foul rather, is called on number 4 from Carbondale. That's Jeremiah Tate, the 3rd on Jeremiah, 10th team foul. So now Carterville's in the double bonus, and the man that you want shooting free throws is there. That is Caden Hawkins. 25 in the game for Little Hawk. His first free throw is good.
Yeah, he went down the lane, and Tate just grabbed him, grabbed his jersey.
Sometimes you just got to do it. He hits both free throws. 27 now for Little Hawk, 52-41. Lions have extended the lead back out to an 11 points. The Terriers now. They need some points to get back in it. Up top, Tate Leaves it for Green, Tennell Green. Now it's Tate once again. Just inside the arc, puts up the shot, no good. And Peyton Biddle gets the rebound. Peyton may have got hit in the face, in the nose. He's trying to clear his eyes, driving down the lane. Lustenberger loses it, gives it back to the Terriers. 5th turnover on the Lions here in the second half. Front court jumper from the free throw, good from DeCarl Payne. 26 for Payne. And Carbondale's picking up the pressure in the backcourt. It's a 9-point lead, 52-43. Carterville has it, though. That's Barrington. Drew up top, reverses, spins around. Nice job, a head fake to Biddle, gets it to Berkey. Now it's Lustenberger left of the circle. Coming out on him, Mike Green. Lusty pulls up the dribble, gets it to Hawk. Hawk way up high. On the defense, it's Landon Love on Hawkins. Man-to-man D by the Terriers, 2:50 remaining, 52-43, and a foul on, it's going to be on Love, Tennell Green. And that's going to be the 5th on Green. And Caden Hawkins will go to the line to shoot 2. Coming in is going to be Levi Teague. Now Teague had 8 first-half points, 2 threes, and a field goal. But he hasn't seen much action here in the second half.
No, I don't understand that, especially when you're playing from behind. You want somebody who can hit the 3 in the game.
Hawkins hits the free throw for number 28 in the game. He's the leading scorer. Adam Vanderzil checks in. Drew Barrington checks out for Shane Hawkins. Carterville backs everybody off the free throw lane, leaves Hawkins at the stripe by himself. His free throw is good. 29 in the contest for Caden. 54-43, back to the 11-point lead, 2:40 on the clock. Jumper from just inside the arc, too strong. Hawkins the rebound. Outlet pass for Vanderzil. The other way, waits on the defender. His shot blocked from behind. The Carterville gets the rebound. You saw that coming.
Oh, you knew
from a mile away.
Even though Vanderzil faked the first guy out, he got a block from somebody else.
You know how when you're driving and you know you dodge the first deer,
yep,
and you miss it,
yep,
and you forget about the second deer,
yep.
That's exactly what happened. That's a driving lesson that the driver's head coach for Carterville will talk to Adam about in his post-game breakdown. Hawkins just dribbling around up top, trying to run the clock. Minute 55, 54-43. Biddle down. Across the free throw lane to Lustenberger.
Carbondale, I'm surprised they're not fouling.
I agree. Carterville's doing a great job just running time, and a foul now on Teague. Levi picked up foul number 2. And Peyton Biddle now, who is 2 for 2 from the line, is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Gets that one to go. 5 for the senior, averaging 13 points a game. Misses the second, and the rebound pulled down by the Terriers. 90 seconds remaining, ball stripped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Terriers, but a nice job by Biddle defensively.
Yeah, and Hawkins has had an outstanding game. And another guy I want to point out, Adam Vanderzil. He has done an outstanding job with what he's asked to do. He's not going to give you a lot of points, if any, but man, I tell you what, he plays hard on the inside.
Jumper from Crane Walker is good from the lane. 55-45, 10-point lead. Lions break the press. Lustenberger finds Biddle. Now it's to Hawkins. To Lustenberger. Foul up high, again on Teague. Levi's 3rd foul. (55-45). 68 seconds. Biddle's at the line. Hits the front, the first one.
Carterville has shot 16 free throws in this second half.
Peyton Biddle is 5 for 8 from the stripe. Timeout is called. 68 seconds remaining in the game. It's going to be a full timeout. 57-45, the 12-point lead for your Carterville Lions here on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the experience that comes from 40 years in the business. Find out more at charliesairandheat.com. Under a minute to play. Long three from the Terriers. No good. Biddle gets the rebound. And Carterville's going to win this one. 57-45 with 45 seconds remaining. Hawkins in the backcourt. Won a game from Caden Hawkins tonight. 29 points. That's his season high, I do believe. Scott Hudson, and a bump foul over on the far side is going to be called on Malik Crane Walker.
And he made some tough shots tonight. It wasn't like he was open on every shot he took tonight, but he just breaks down a defense so well. And as you said, tonight was his night. Lustenberger's had a good game. I thought Berkey has played well. You know, the one guy that, you know, I think can and will shoot better from beyond the arc as the season goes along is Biddle.
Yeah.
We know he can shoot the ball better. But, you know, Carterville's up by 13, and a guy like Biddle, who's one of your biggest contributors offensively, had a quiet night. That says a lot about your team.
You talk about Caden Hawkins. He had 19 first-half points, you know. 14 in the game for Cade Lustenberger. An outstanding performance for him. 36 seconds remaining. Terriers are subbing. Carterville is subbed on the floor now. Parker Poole, Barrington Wakey, Drew Barrington. Let's see here also. Josh Waller's into the game. Maddox Crane, rebound Parker Poole. And 20 seconds in the contest. Carterville's just going to hold it. No, Shane says, I want to run the offense. A corner three from Crane is no good. Rebound Terriers. Outlet pass to DeCarl Payne. He gets the flush the other way. 28 for Payne. That's the ball game, though. 59-47. The Carterville Lions knock off the Carbondale Terriers at Carbondale. 59-47. Stay with us. Our Banterra Bank postgame shows coming up next on News Radio WJPF. What's that? 29. Payne had 28. Good ball game. Yeah.
One final shout out to the CCHS band.
(59-47) the final score. The Carterville Lions go on the road and knock off the Terriers tonight in grand fashion, non-conference here at Carbondale. Good ball game, though, Scott Hudson.
Very good ball game. I mean, Carterville could have blown this thing open in the third quarter, but give Carbondale credit. They fought back. Carterville went cold from the field yet again in the third quarter, but Carterville just had too much tonight, too much Caden Hawkins for Carbondale, as he had 29, Payne for Carbondale, 28. What a game those two players had here tonight. Shooting from the field, Carbondale, 45% from the field. Carterville,
We've done that
there's
all
too
night
many
long.
Carter. It's Carter. I don't know. Maybe I should just say Lions and Terriers.
There
That'd be
you go.
easier.
We'll just keep it simple.
The Terriers, 45% from the field. The Lions, 44% from the field. This is a big stat in the game as well. Carterville was 15 of 23 from the free throw line. Carbondale only 3 of 7. So Carterville took 16 more attempts at the free throw line than Carbondale did.
I didn't realize that.
So that was big. Rebounding, Carterville out-rebounded Carbondale 21-20. Hawkins led Carterville with 6 rebounds. Payne led the Terriers with 6. Turnovers, 11 in the game for Carbondale, 7 for your Lions.
I tell you what, DeCarl Payne and Caden Hawkins just need to meet on a playground someplace and just go one-on-one. That would be fun to watch right there, you know. That would be a great matchup. But Lions get the win here this evening, 59-47. When you look at the scoring, we'll start first with the Carbondale Terriers, as we've been mentioning. DeCarl Payne came into the game averaging 17 a game, winds up with 28. He had 3 threes on the evening, 28 points to pace the Carbondale Terriers. Also in the scorebook tonight, Levi Teague, 8 points. He had 8. All 8 of those points came in the first half. And then you have Jaden Patterson with 4, Malik Crane-Walker with 7, and that's it. 47 points scored by the Terriers, 28 of which scored by DeCarl Payne. What a night for Caden Hawkins, averaging 18 a game entering tonight. He wound up with 29. He had 3 three-pointers on the evening. He was 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 29 for Caden Hawkins to lead the Carterville Lions. Cade Lustenberger, 14 points tonight. Quiet second half. I say that. He had 4 first-half points. He had 10 here in the second half. Adam Vanderzil with a pair of free throws. Blake Berkey with 7 tonight. He was 0 for 2 from the stripe, but had a 3-pointer, 2 field goals. And then Peyton Biddle, who enters the game averaging 13, winds up with 7 tonight as Carterville wins 59-41. We're going to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins here on our post-game show. And, Coach, go on and step up. We got you. Good ball game. I mean, little crazy. 59-47 from time to time, but a win's a win's a win, baby.
You know, I thought we did a lot of things right, minus the first 4 possessions of the game. I thought that I didn't like our mindset and shoot around today. It's kind of that hangover from a big win last night. Kind of sensed it when we got here. Kind of sensed it in pregame. Just didn't think we were totally locked in. Whether we're tired from the night before, you would think that you're coming off a big road win, you'd be eager to go play again. And we gave them 3 open threes in the first 4 possessions, and they get a layup. And it was just us kind of sleepwalking. We were standing around and weren't sure exactly what we're doing. And then, after we were down 11-5, we were pretty good after that. And I thought, again, we talked about it a little bit last night. You tend to play harder and better when you make a shot. and we made a couple shots early, and it kind of, you could see some guys take a deep breath. We played harder defensively after that, kind of like it was in the third quarter last night. We made a shot. We ratcheted it up a couple notches defensively. I thought Blake and Adam just did an unbelievable job defensively this weekend.
Yes, they did.
DeCarl's really good. He is really talented and can get downhill and can score at the rim, can score on pull-ups, has deep range. And I thought Berkey did an unbelievable job on him and Bryles last night. And Adam was on Bryles a little bit last night too. But I thought those two guys, they gave us a lot this weekend.
Coach, the last couple of games, Caden has kind of struggled with his shot. I talked to him a couple of games ago, and I said, remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And, he's got that mindset that he knows that eventually he's going to break out of that. Well, he broke out of it big time tonight, and he just took over this game, and Carbondale at that time did not have an answer for him.
No, and you can see it coming, and I think I think him and Peyton both they've missed some open looks in the last 3 games, and they've kind of let it weigh on them a little bit. And then Caden got into probably not so much Anna, maybe a little bit Anna, and a little bit last night, trying to will himself into making a shot. And when he did that, he took a couple tough ones. Well, when you're struggling, tough shots don't go in. Those tough shots are when you've made 4 or 5 in a row and you're feeling on top of the world, then they tend to go in. But he got on a roll tonight, and if we can make shots from different spots and we have some balance in scoring, we'll be pretty good offensively.
I think what you need to do is just the night before a ball game, just go bump Caden on his head, and he'll turn it on the next night. Hey, this is a nice win. You get the big conference win on the road last night. You get the tough non-conference win here at Carbondale, setting it up for that cross-county rivalry on Tuesday going into the Christmas break.
Yeah, we're in a stretch of 4 games in 8 days, going back to Tuesday and the 2 this weekend, and then Tuesday at Heron,
and then the tournament.
and at least we get a couple days off. At least we get 4 or 5 off there. But I thought this 8-game stretch was going to be tough for us. Even, the one home game, I was really worried about the one home game that we have until 2024 or 2023. You never know how you're going to, when you haven't been at home, that you have that extra emotion of playing at home. And then to play a very good Nashville at Nashville, an athletic, talented team that can score here in Carbondale. And then you go on the road again in 3 days and play a talented team that can score at Heron. This stretch was rough. We got one more to go. We've had a pretty good last 5 days. Enjoy tomorrow, and then we'll get back to work on Monday and see if we can't finish this swing before we get into the holiday tournament.
And, Coach, a couple players you mentioned earlier, Berkey and Vanderzeel. Berkey, probably one of the best defenders in Southern Illinois, but he also can provide you some offense, which he's done the last few games. But Vanderzeel is the type of kid, and I said this during the broadcast, Vanderzeel is the type of kid that's not going to show up in the score sheet. But he does his job, he knows his role, and he does it well.
You know what? Berkey is so long and athletic and strong, and he can just when you get him locked in defensively and give him a job, he's going to go do it, or he's going to die trying. And he's had a rough weekend because he had 2 guys that can flat score it, and he's done an unbelievable job. And I told him at the water cooler when he came out, I told him I thought he had an unbelievable weekend. And it may not be the stuff that shows up in the box scores, but the guys who watch the game and understand the game, they know how vital he was this weekend. And Adam's the guy who just understands the game. He's always in the right spot. Not the strongest, not the fastest, doesn't jump the highest, but he goes and gets a body on somebody and gets a foul on a rebound because they climb his back. He makes a guard pick up the ball on a high ball screen because he's in the right position. And those 2 guys have understand their role and live for that role every night. And when we can get to that point, we'll be okay.
59-47, the final score. Carterville gets back-to-back wins on Friday and Saturday night.
How about that? How about a sweep?
Yeah,
there you go.
We'll take that. And Tuesday night on the road at Heron. Thanks, Coach.
I appreciate it, guys. You have a good weekend.
Shane
You too.
Hawkins, our John A. Logan Coach's show here. We're going to go on and take our final break on our Banterra Bank post-game show. We'll wrap this game up and the broadcast when we return here on News Radio WJPF. (59-47), the final score tonight as the Carterville Lions knock off the Carbondale Terriers. And, man, Carterville now 7-2 overall. Carbondale falls to 500. They're 5-5 on the season. I tell you what, Tuesday night, Scott, is a matchup of two of the top teams in Southern Illinois when Carterville travels to Heron. It's going to be a good ball.
It's going to be a very good ball game. The place will be packed, and it will feature, in my opinion, the two best guards in Southern Illinois. Caden Hawkins and Kyrie Lukens. Those two, I don't know if they'll guard each other. I'm sure they will have to at some point in the game. But those are the two best guards in Southern Illinois, in my opinion. So that will be a game within a game, just watching those two. But Heron's undefeated. They've pretty much had their way with just about everybody they've beaten except for Benton. That was a 1-point win. But Carterville's playing very well right now. Their shooting has gotten better since the second half last night. So both teams are on a little bit of a roll right now. It should be a good one.
So Tuesday night, 7:30, we'll have pregame coverage here on News Radio WJPF. Of course, the Heron Tigers today were selected as the 103.5 ESPN CIOFM High School Basketball Team of the Week. So looking forward to this matchup on Tuesday.
It's going to be fun. And again, those two teams could meet, let's see, about 9 days in another 9 days, which would be Wednesday of the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, because Heron's the 1 seed, Cardinal got the 4 seed. So if everything goes as planned or as seeded, then those two teams will meet again. So, yeah, this is a big game. I think this is a big game for both teams in that it gives them a little bit of confidence if they do. Whoever wins this game gives them confidence if they meet up again at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament.
It gives them the scouting report they need on each other.
Exactly.
59-47, the final score here from Carbondale. For our producer, engineer back at the studio, Mr. Brian R. Powell, thank you for your service tonight, pal. From my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And thank you for listening to Carterville Lions basketball here on your home for Lions sports all season long. News Radio WJPF. We'll see you. Have a good night.